All right, so to get to the medical committee, you were right. You want to do the reports analysis, political collateral assets, and you'll see that South Carolina is the only state that'll be highlighted for you. So the key to getting to the committee is to go over to this left-hand section and click committee.
Okay.
We're going to click on that tab, and then up top here, we're going to say the type. It's a state house.
Yes, yeah, state house.
Okay, so we'll choose state representative.
State representative. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then South Carolina. And okay, so there's the whole list of committees.
And it's the medical, military, and public
okay.
right there.
Does it have subcommittees at all? Do you have subcommittees?
We do have subcommittees, but I need to target the full committee.
Full committee at this point? Okay, so just so you know, you can always see the subcommittees as well by clicking that little show subcommittees. All right, so it looks like there are 118 people, 118 South Carolina AANA members represented by someone on the committee. So there's the broken out list there. So let's see.
Okay, because you know what? Hold on one second. Was there something on the right side because the go-to meeting panel covers it?
Oh, okay.
You know, the little, I tried to shrink it and it went,
yeah.
And it just closed the whole meeting. Maybe I could just drag it. Maybe I could drag it.
Yeah, do you see, well, do you see like a little diagonal arrow with like
there, I got it. I got it. Okay. So on the right side, that's those 118
members. Yeah, okay. So that's everyone. So do you want to just export this into Excel for now so that you have it?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, so we can just do that first, and then we'll go in and worry about
and that's the match. That's the match for my members to the committee.
Right. So we'll just data export it, click execute. Let's see. You can do phone and email, RNA status, address, okay, then legislator field, state house. Do you want to know, so here's all the information about the legislators. Anything beyond just kind of their standard contact information?
That's fine.
Okay, perfect. So we'll
like email, phone number. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Okay, so there's that list. So here's the 118.
Okay.
Oh, what's going on here? So I can sort it. So there it is by member of the committee. So let me get this to you. Okay, so there's that list so that you have it. And then do you want to go ahead then and set up an alert now? Or
yeah.
Walk through the process?
Yes, let's do. Let's go ahead and get one, you know, like sort of set up, and then I can plug in, you know, the letters or whatever.
Perfect. All right. So to do it, we're going to go here to communication, create action alert.
You know what? I'm I think you're, oh yeah, okay. No, it's good. I thought Chris Hart maybe wasn't on that committee anymore, but he is. No, it's good. Okay.
Oh,
so
okay.
Where did you go? I'm sorry, you went to create action alert, okay.
Communications, create action alert. So yeah, so if you just want to pull like the matching list, it's under reports analysis. For all the like actual alerts and emails, it's going to be here under communications.
Okay.
So we'll give it. All right. We need to. So let's see. What should we call it on the website? So maybe.
You could do STANA members 3M. That's like the medical. Yeah, that's fine. And public name, what does that mean? That's just what's on the like the listserv.
Sorry, so no. So this is what's going to. So yeah, we want to have a better like this is what's actually going to be the title of the alert on the website. So
on the Democracy Direct website.
Exactly. So let me pull it up.
Okay.
It's helpful if you can see what each section is as you're doing it. So it'll be like this one. It says like Florida CRNAs help set the record straight. So that's the title.
Okay.
And like only South Carolina, like this is Kansas. I can just see them all because I'm the master administrator, but only South Carolina members will see South Carolina alerts. They won't see all these other ones.
Okay.
So.
Okay, SCANA members take action today on APRN legislation.
Okay. We can always amend any of this. So.
Okay. And then you create the alert.
Yep. Like that.
And so we're creating an action. We're not creating an email.
Right. Yeah.
On the drop down, we chose create action.
Yeah. So we're creating the action alert first, and then we have to go back in once we have a URL established. So like once the alert is set up like this, it will have its own unique URL. Yeah. This is like ID equals 361.
Yeah.
So we'll take this URL and we'll create an email and then hyperlink this into the email so that people just go straight to this page when they click on the link.
Okay, so I could use that URL like into my constant contacts, and then it would loop them into this.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
You could put it on the SCANA website. You can do whatever you want with this URL. That's
okay. Because that's what the create action does, is it creates the URL, like it builds it into the little, into that page. Yeah. Okay.
It builds this page. Yeah.
Okay.
So these are all the things that we're going to write right now in the action alert to set up, all these different sections.
Okay, I see what it looks like. All right.
So, okay, so we're now in the alert, so we just have to go through all these steps to create the alert. So usually what I recommend is if you want to do something like this, once we kind of walk through it the first time, you'll understand, is kind of write everything in advance. So, what I do is I just go through and I say, okay, this is what my title should be. This is what I want my little, instructions blurb to say. This is who I want it to go to. This is what the letter text should say. And if you have that kind of all written in advance, then you can fly through these sections and just kind of copy and paste them.
You can just cut and paste them in. Okay.
Yeah, you have to do it from Notepad. FYI, the system doesn't like most databases are this way. It doesn't like you to copy from Word. So I usually put in a Word and just pop it into Notepad and copy and paste from there.
Oh, okay.
So, all right. So here's
the issue topic. What would I put for that?
Oh, that's just healthcare. So this is most of the legislators now with their inboxes or email systems like to have a filter. So that's why this is there. So it's just healthcare. They know that way they know how to direct to the correspondence.
Okay.
If you
and is that where I could set it, like if I set it up this weekend and I want it to go out on Tuesday, is that where I would set the action alert date?
No. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I guess if you want it to not post until later, you could set it there. Yep. I've never even done that. I usually just posted it. If I don't want people to know about it, I don't, I don't send it out.
You just leave it inactive or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the hot topic. That is, see where it says hot topic here? That's literally just adding that little orange bar if you want. So you can say, yes, let's make it a hot topic. And then here, this would automatically be set for you. It's already going to say South Carolina. So,
okay.
All right, and that, did I save? No. What just happened? Okay, hot topic. All right. Save. Okay, so that's green, so that section's done. So then we click target. So this is who the action alert will go to. So in this case, we want to do, bear with me a second on this one. South Carolina. So if we wanted to just do the whole like state senate or state house, we could choose legislative bodies. Since we just wanted to go to a committee, we're going to go here to individual legislators, state house committee. And you wanted to go to everyone on the committee or just certain committee members?
Oh, okay. Just certain committee members. I don't want it to go to everybody.
Okay, perfect. And like just so you know, we could put the legislators on the committee in different buckets and have different letters go to different people. So, and it would look seamless from like the SCANA member side. They wouldn't realize that they were sending a different letter than somebody else. But let's say you guys get to the point where some legislators are for it and some are against it. So you want to have different correspondence to each person depending on that. We'll just set up 2 different target lists and 2 different letters.
Okay.
In the system. So, but for now, do you want to just, let's see. So
let's just do one.
Yeah, so who do you want it to, or is it easier to say who don't you want it to go to?
I don't want it to go to Ridgeway, down kind of at the bottom.
Okay.
Robert Ridgeway.
All right, let's see if I do. So no Ridgeway, okay.
So how are you selecting it? I'm sorry.
Sorry, so
you're highlighting the ones we want and you're dragging them into the committee.
Control, if I press control and then click on them, it lets you click multiple people at once, or you could just do them one by one.
And then you're just pulling them up into that committee.
Yep. So then I would just say add to target.
Okay.
So Ridgeway is the only one that we don't want?
For now. And then I can go back in and take them out, right?
Exactly. You just go here and you would just delete the person you don't want and then click save.
Okay.
So, you can also, if at any point, like let's say you need a chair, like just to get correspondence from everybody in South Carolina, not just people from their district, you could always change this to a hard match type, and that means that everyone can write that person regardless of if they live in their district.
Oh,
so
okay.
If it's the soft, then it's only people in that district would be able to write that legislator.
Okay.
All right. So here's all this.
What page are?
And click save. Izzy, stop it. Okay, so our targets are identified. So there they all are. So then the next is to write the letter to the legislator. So when you do that, we're going to click here for create new letter. All right. Interest purposes. The public name is the subject line for the email that you send the legislator.
Okay.
You know what you want that to say?
Like SCANA, member alert, something like that. Is that?
Well, no, this would be to the actual legislator. So we'd want to say something
the legislator
like,
will get that.
No.
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
This is the letter to the legislator.
Okay. I need to come up with something snappy for that. It was it's not support. It's I need to come up with something. Just put some X's in there. The public name. I mean, it's going to be the just leave it like that. I need to come up with something.
Okay.
But that's what the legislator will see.
Exactly. So
okay.
that's and you don't need to worry about the deer or anything. So all of this is automatically populated along with the line. So all you're doing is what's here in the box, the actual body of text. So you're writing that. All right. So this is once you get your letter set that you want to send legislators, you would just put it here in the body of the letter. You don't need to worry about opening and closing sections.
Okay.
You just do the body text. So we click Save, Finish. And the key here that's sometimes a little confusing is once you've created your letter, you just have to link it to the alert. So we would just find our letter that we just wrote. So there it is. Choose that. Click Add to Target. So this is where if we created multiple target groups, so if we had like the 4 committee members and the anti-committee members, this is where we could assign different letters to each target group. So just FYI. And if you get to that point, just call me and we'll do it together.
All right, now how did you link the letter to the alert? Again, I missed that.
Sure. So let me go back real quick. So you just go over here in this folder of all the letters. These are all the available letters that have been made.
Okay.
So you just find the one that you just made. So we had called it Anna Medical Committee APRN list. So I just clicked that checkbox right there. And then down here, there's this, if I had clicked it here, like when you click it, this add to target box goes green. So you just check that box and it adds it. So up here now you can see that your letter has been added to your target list.
Okay. Okay.
Like I said, that's the only kind of a little bit confusing part, and then
just
you would just
grab it and associate it. Okay.
And you assign it to that target group. All right. And so once you kind of come up with your letter text, FYI, you can just go here to Communications, Manage Letters, and update it there, and it will automatically update it in the alert.
Okay. It'll open up the letter template.
Exactly. Same thing when, like, even once the letter's been published to here, to the website, if I see, if I need to change something, like a date or something, I can always just go Manage Letters, make the change, click Save, and it will automatically update it on the website. So you don't need to go in and, like, refresh the alert or anything on the back end.
And so it'll just associate it with that same URL, everything.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay,
it knows that it's linked to that page.
Okay.
So, all right. So that's So we've done our letter to legislators. So the next portion is alert text. That is this little blurb right here that I just highlighted, as well as this little blurb right here. A lot of times I just make it the same thing, just for simplicity. You know, maybe you want to have this blurb on this page have a few more instructions or something like that than the homepage one. We usually try to keep those pretty short and sweet. So, but you're going to do...
It would be like, we urge you to vote against the Ridgeway Amendment.
Yeah, it's just like basically it's explaining it to SCANA members, what's going on and what they need to do. So,
okay, so the alert text, that goes to the members. Okay.
Right, yeah, so that's the portion that's at the top here of the alert page that's just saying, you know, what is this issue, why do you need to take action?
Okay.
So, so it would be the summary. So say, you know,
Ridgeway has amended, I don't know, I'll come up with something like Ridgeway's amended the APRN bill, which gives the medical board oversight over CRNA. And then I'll just, you know, that just kind of gives me the gist of it. And it's South Carolina. We're not North Carolina.
Oh, gosh. Thank you.
I love it. Everybody does that.
We've been dealing with the North Carolina issues today, too. All right. So I did it twice. South Carolina Medical Board oversight over
CRNA. And then I'll just pump that up a little bit.
Perfect. So for now, I'm just going to...
That's a good start.
You know, put them in both places.
So that's the summary that you just did? Okay.
Yeah, and then the introduction is the second page, yeah. So, you know, and you can always, I always end up like just playing with it a little bit too. I just go ahead and I publish it to the web page and then I take a look at it and I go back and I edit it because it's so easy to edit. I mean, so so we'll write it this time, we click save.
And the introduction is the same as the summary, is what you were saying.
It can be, or you can make one, you know, if you feel like that's sufficient to let the members know why, you know, why the issue is important and why you're asking them to take action, then make it the same. If you like, you know, sometimes it's a little bit more complicated and you want to add.
And you want to add more. You want to add more language into it. Okay.
Yeah. But so I mean, if you want to adjust it though, you always just go back here to Communications Manage Action Alert, and then you would just click on that section, make your edits, resave it, and just refresh the page, and it, you know, it's active. So it's really easy to change it.
I know you make it look so easy, Kate, but it's not. You whip through it so fast, like it's so easy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know. I do it. I use it every day though, so it's a lot. Okay, so visibility. I'll go ahead and just set this. This is what allows only South Carolina members to see it.
Okay.
So I'm going to add South Carolina. So just everyone whose home state is South Carolina can see the alert. And then I like to be able to see them all too, so I just add myself.
All right, so tell me why you put your name in there again, under Filter Advocates, under General.
Just so that I can see the alert, because otherwise, since I don't live in South Carolina, it wouldn't appear on the website for me. So just so that
if I make another one, I should just add your name if I say, hey, check out this one, is it okay? You could look at it.
Yeah, exactly. That way I could see it. Yeah, and I mean, you can just, since we've already created this one, you'll be able to just go into this alert and edit it. So
yeah,
it's not like, but yeah, so for any future alerts, so yeah, or I can always go in and add it too, just so I could see it, but that way. So then you click search. So it's 1,200, a little over 1,200 people.
Mm-hmm.
in the state. That sounds about right, right?
Oh, the number of members we have?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm only going to send this action alert to
Oh,
those 118
people.
that matched up with the medical committee.
You're right. So we only want those people to even be able to see it, right? Yeah.
Right.
So, okay. So then, okay, let's see.
State representative district.
Yeah, but I think we can.
I know it's on there
Committee.
because I feel like I saw it.
Health. This is where it gets a little tricky. I always have trouble in this section.
So it's South Carolina. Okay.
But then we don't want it to everyone on the medical committee.
Well, I thought we marked who we wanted somewhere.
Yeah, but that was just who was going to get the email, and now this is which of the members can see the alert.
Oh, yeah, we want the members as in my SCAMA members.
Right, so you don't want Ridgeway's people to be able to see it since he's not included. So I think what we'd have to do then is I don't think we can actually use.
I mean, his constituents can see it. They're members of SCANA. I just don't want him to be. We're not going to contact him because that's just a waste of email or a phone call.
Yeah, I mean that's all this section is just who would even be able to see this alert. If they're not in one of the medical committee's districts, they would just get a message here that says, you know, you're not matched to anyone for this alert. So it's not a big deal for this filter.
Like if they clicked it. But see, what I would probably do is I would just send them, okay. Well, I would just send them their own e-blast and say, you've been matched with one of the medical committee members. Please take action.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal because the chances of somebody that's not getting your email blast just randomly going onto the site and seeing the alert is so low.
Yeah, they're not going to see it.
You know, that it's not a big deal. So
it's not.
So we'll just do it that way. It's not worth the time to try to. So we'll just add the whole committee.
We're not going to blank. We're not going to cut the advocate visibility off. You know, I just thought of something. Setting this one up, I probably will want to set up another one where my board can just go in. They're not matched to the medical committee, but if I just want certain members to be able to go in and send the letters, I'm sure I can set the alert up that way too, right?
Yeah. Because so we could change.
Well, you want to finish this one, then we can talk about it.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so why is it still coming up with 1,200 people? Oh, that's why. Okay. Okay, well, while it's thinking, yeah, because if we wanted the board to be able to send them, we could just switch it to the hard, like from the soft to the hard match that we looked at earlier. But then everyone would email whoever they wanted. So I don't think you want that because you only want the board to be able to email any of the committee members, right?
Yeah, I want the board to be able to email whomever, you know, that's on the committee.
Yeah, so you're right. I think we would actually, in that case, need to have a second alert because I don't think you can specify like who can do it and who can't.
Right, like there's probably at 2 different levels. Because I could set up another one. I think what I do is I can just go into my member list and I can click the names that I want to be able to go in.
Yep. So what it actually would be really easy to do it. Let's do that next, and then so that we can once we get finished with this, it won't be hard to do that because you can just copy alerts. So all we have to do is once we have saved this alert, we'll just copy it, and it'll create the second alert automatically, and then we'll just change the advocacy filter, the alert filter, just to make it for the board. So it'll be fine.
Okay. So on the advocate visibility, tell me what you're updating on there.
So I just updated it so that it would only be the committee members, so 119 people, instead of everyone in South Carolina.
So where did you do that? Because I know you did a couple different things.
Yep. So it was
me which button?
Under legislators. Committee.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh. And then we did South Carolina State House Committee. And then Medical Committee.
Okay, medical.
And I just did that, and then I clicked search, and that's where it pulled up the 119 people.
Oh, so you have to click search, and that pulls them in.
Yeah. And that, and then up here, this is a little confusing too. So then you can just see up in this blue box, like what the search, So if you want to do lots of different things, you would just keep adding them to this power search. So you just can. So there, it's 119. So I'm okay with that. So I just click save. So now only those 119 people will be able to see the alert on the site. And then the last step is just campaign reporting. That's just our filing system so that you can find the results of your alert. All right, so we'll just save it. Yeah.
And so that's where you name the project.
Exactly, so that if you end up having multiple alerts, like we'll save them all under this SCANA APRN folder, and that way you can see all the different things you've done on the issue. And then we click save. All right, so the alert is set up now. Do you want me to activate it just so you can see what it'll look like on the site, and then we'll deactivate it? Okay.
Okay.
So, and I'll send you. Just click. And here's the alert status. If you ever need to like go in and make it inactive or active, you just go here. Yes. This is okay. Activate it. All right. So there it is. And then we can click take action. Oh, so I'm not in any of those districts.
Yeah, you're not one of the 119.
Yeah. So
it works.
Usually, so what I'll do sometimes if I want to test it is I'll just change my address in the database. You know, if you ever want to do it, and I'll just make myself a constituent so that I can see it, but it's there.
Okay.
The thing I do want to send you is, bear with me one second. So I want to send you the right URL for it so that you have that for your records. So all of the URLs, it's just like a kind of a weedy thing to know, but it's sometimes helpful. All of the URLs have the same first part of their format. All that changes is this last 3-digit code. So like I can just go in and copy an old URL, and then if I want to know what the 3-digit code is for my alert, I go into this main first section, the alert details, and under this additional details, there's my ID, 362.
Oh, so you can just go from there and just pop it in to find it fast.
Exactly, find out what it's going to be. Yeah, so I can just
That's how I find my bills on the legislative database.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, the 362. Okay, so I'm sending you this. So that's the URL that you're going to use for this alert. Like no matter what changes you make to it at this point, that's the URL for it.
Okay.
All right, so once you're ready to make the additions to it, you would just go back into your communications, manage action alert.
Okay.
And it'll probably be the only, I don't know, it'll be, but anyway, you'll see it in the list. Let's see, we need to make this inactive now.
Yeah, go ahead. Yes.
All right, so let's make it inactive. So you would just find it in the inactive folder. It'll probably be the only one in your folder. And then you could just edit it, view, modify action alert. And that's where you would just click on that button and it'll pull up the screen that we were just working on. And you can just go to whatever section you need to update.
Okay.
I would say maybe just give me, shoot me an email when you get ready to be, you think you're final on it, and I can always just give it a once over too. So whatever would make you feel best. So yeah, so there it is, and then you can just
they're furloughing next week, and so I wanted to go ahead and get this set up because if we decide we want to send it out next week, I have it, ready to go.
Yep. So did you want to send the email out of the database, or are you going to use Constant Contact for that?
I probably will send the Constant Contacts because they're really used to getting my Constant Contacts, my e-blast. Okay. And so what I can do is I can pull up my, 118 people, and I can create a list, and I'll just send it to them. So if I want to send, say, to my legislative committee, if I wanted to create like my legislative committee or like 15 just random SCANA members that I want them to be able to, contact the legislators, how would I set that up? We could copy it.
Perfect. Yeah, let's do that right now. So we go to Manage Action Alert, and then we'll find our alert. And see here where it says copy. That's
wait a
what
minute.
we want to
do. Yeah.
Copy here. So here is the South Carolina. So I just say copy this. And so give it a new title. So South Carolina Medical Board for BOD only, whatever.
Right.
And then you can still give it the same public name so that they won't, realize it's any different. And then we would just say, oh, never mind. It does need to be slightly different. So you could say SCANA board, maybe, since that's, or whoever you're talking to. Copy alert. And under draft. Yep, here, draft. Thanks. Come on. Sorry, it's not. There it is. Okay, so there's the alert that we just created under draft. So then you could click view modify, and you know, just make any changes to that one. You'd probably want to change the filter, obviously, definitely.
Yeah.
So, and so to do that,
so the filter is who has access to it, right? That's what the filter is.
Yeah,
is the SCAN a member that has access? Okay.
Yeah, it's just like, so if, you know, if you're not in the filter, you wouldn't even see this on the website.
Okay.
But even if you are on the filter, like I said, if you're not matched that person, you get what I just got and just said, you know, it's, you're not matched to it. So, okay. Anyway, all right. So yep. So then let's go ahead and just. So when you know who you want, you would just
so it's under
remove all
advocacy. It's under advocate visibility.
Correct. So you would just be able to go here and say, you know, I don't know if he's still on it, but you could, you know, find Tony, you know, and you just have to go one by one, which is a little burdensome.
Oh, but you can. It can power search them like that.
Yep.
Oh, well, add him on there. That's fine.
Okay, so
I'll put him on it too. And then we'll already have one name. I want to see how it pops him in there. Oh, so there he is. Okay, here you could add another person.
Oh, yeah, because I want to make sure. Oh, so then you can always see too, like who's in, who the you know, so that you can see it's the right person. If you want to check the list, you can just click on that
to make
one
sure it's the right name. Okay.
Exactly. All right.
Oh, but see, look right up there, Kate. It says the action alert is visible to 119 individuals. Are they still filtered on there?
Yeah, that's only because they were copied from the old one. Once we get the new search set up, we just click search and it'll update it.
Oh, it clears them out. Okay. So I just go in and like can add my board. Like I could put Teresa Satterfield in there, and then it just keeps adding the people as we go. Okay, Satterfield. Oh, that'll be fast. That's not too slow.
Why is it? So there must have been two Satterfield.
There's no way there's two. There's more than.
There is. There's a
Oh my
Ronald.
goodness sakes. Look at that. Let's take Ronald
off. I would just say, yep, so I want him off. And then
return.
Return.
It should be updated. Why is it returned?
Yep. so that's two. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's all you know, and then once you have everybody in, you would just click search.
Okay.
And why is it? Maybe I need to click save. Does it still have the? Yep. So it's only at, you know, visible to two individuals right now.
Okay. Wow. Yep. Okay.
So that's all, and then so yeah, it could be really easy. The only, you know, thing to be aware of with that is if somebody was on that original alert where they were actually a constituent, they'll just see both alerts. You know, if they're a member of the board and a constituent of somebody on the medical committee, you know, they'll just see both, which isn't a bad thing. You know, it's probably going to be like one or two people. So I don't think that's a big.
So go back up to the top where I can see the different buttons right there. All right, so if I wanted to do two different letters, is that where I would match the letters under letters? Exactly.
So you'd have to first, so this is actually a good thing. So first we'd go to target. I'm glad you mentioned this because first of all, we'd want to take our existing target list that we identified and switch everyone over to hard target. So that's what is going to let everyone.
Oh, yeah. That's important.
Be able to.
Because if they don't match, then they won't let them get them. Okay.
Exactly. So this will let everyone that can see this alert to write all of these people. So let's do that. All right, so save that. So if we end up having 2 different letters to 2 different groups, instead of just choosing the legislators tab under target, instead of going here, which is what we did for the committee, we would create target lists. And so this is where we say, okay, we'd actually want to, where is it? Image targets. Oh, you know what it is? It's because we already have these individuals listed, I think. So let's see. We could save. Let's do this first. So now,
if
okay.
I decide I want to exclude heart, I would just click that exclude box, right?
Or you could just delete.
Oh, I could just trash him.
Just
Leave
trash
him on
him
there for now, but I might end up deleting him. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, so if you end up with 2 different groups, you would just, pick who you want for your first group.
Right, like I might have some that are solid, like the chairman, different people who are really supportive, and I might want the alert to say, please continue to support us, whatever, in their alert. Yeah. Okay.
Here's what I'm going to recommend for this. If you do end up doing that, just email me who you want to get in each group, and I'll set it up. I think that would be easier because this gets pretty
complicated.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
A whole lot easier on you is if you just can tell me and then I'll go in and fiddle with it.
Okay. Oh, you're sweet. Thank you. Okay.
But
I'll do that. I'll just stick with this and not get too deep into it because I might screw this thing up.
Yeah. It'll just be easier to do it that way, I think.
Okay.
Okay, but now you at least have, if we go to Manage Action Alert, inactive. So one is under inactive and one is under draft.
Okay.
Yep, and so you at least have them there so that, everything's ready once, if you guys end up moving on this.
And I'm going to go in right now and just do some little updating on there. So I get more since it's fresh.
The only thing I need to make sure of is I need to get DDC. I think because I set up the alert, I'm not sure you're going to be able to see it, so I need to make sure that they give you access to it. They should be able to do that within the hour.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to put you on this.
So awesome.
All right. Okay. Sounds good. So I will send you the recording of this so you have everything we talked about.
Oh, great.
And let me know what you need help with.
Okay.
So I'll be around.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, and I really appreciate you going back through this with me. This is a great tool, and oh my gosh, if you don't use it all the time, boy, does it get rusty.
Yeah. No, I totally understand. So that's why we're here.
All right. Well, thanks, Kay.